fine. Welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, I'm Fat Sajak. Anyway, hi, hello, how are you? It's a little chaotic. I tried to pull it together and instead I just made it look more chaotic. But on the bright side, I don't care. Today, I just want to talk about something kind of stupid and silly. Okay, like, it's kind of stupid and silly, but it also, like, it's rooted in something serious, but, like, if you can't find humor in things, like, incomplete sentences, that's all. Okay, bye. We'll see you next time. So today, I wanted to talk about John Stamos. Alright, anyway. So I wanted to talk about John Stamos today, so we're gonna do that. So make sure you hurry up and unsubscribe because it's only gonna get worse from here. Anyway, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to be. Make sure to like the video to manifest a good one. We're all about manifesting here. Just manifesting our best lives. Look at it! Does it get any better? God, I fucking hope so. Links in the description for all the things, ways to support the channel, where to find me on social media, various other things. In the post-election head spin-off world, there's some resources and things down there. I haven't compiled a definitive list yet, but I do have chapped lips. So I think it's time for some Aquaphor. You know when you just need an Aquaphor break? This is one of those moments. Alright, I'm back and moister than ever. Today, we're talking about John Stamos, which is not something that's like in my mouth. I never really planned on talking about John Stamos here. Does anyone really ever plan on talking about John Stamos? If you don't know who John Stamos is, you're like, bitch, why do you keep saying that name over and over and not telling me who he is? And to that I say, you're too young to be here. Go do your homework. Now that we've weeded out the children, John Stamos was on a little show in the 90s called General Hospital. He became famous for being on Full House, which was a sitcom in the 90s. Yes, it was. And to be honest, it was a favorite. And as I got older, it became a favorite to make fun of. So if we want to roast some episodes of Full House, I'm sure Warner Brothers won't give me any pushback in the copyright department. So let's do that. On Full House, there was John Stamos alongside Bob Saget and Dave Coulier. And sometime in this century, they revived it for Netflix for a show called Fuller House, wherein Candace Cameron Bure was now fully realized and became just as big of a piece of shit as her older brother. And good for them. Good for them for the consistency. Anyhow, a couple years ago, I think it was 2 years ago now, Bob Saget passed away suddenly, which was absolutely tragic. Okay, if you are a child of the 90s, or you grew up with Full House or America's Funniest Home Videos, then you know. Then you know. You know. It was really tragic that he passed away. Especially so suddenly. So the 90s kids were mourning. And I think in some ways the 90s kids still are mourning. Because we're millennials. And everything bad in this world has happened to us. Did I just make Bob Saget's death about millennials? Yeah, alright, that tracks. Give me my participation trophy. I'm ready. About a week ago-ish, maybe a little bit less, Dave Coulier announced that he has stage 3 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is particularly aggressive, but that he is undergoing chemotherapy and is going to fight it and do what he can and raise awareness for getting checked out for early detection and prevention and such, which is a great use of your platform, especially if you are going through a really traumatizing medical diagnosis. In true John Stamos fashion, he decided to show solidarity with Dave Coulier by helping him shave his head and wearing a fucking bald cap. And the internet has so many problems with this, and I get it, okay? I do. So it's not really solidarity, because like solidarity isn't solidarity unless you're like actually solidaritying, you know? I don't know, like, I get where the internet's coming from, right? Like, it shows a level of, like, I care, but not that much. I care, but also I like having hair. So much of John Stamos' personality and, like, attractiveness comes from his hair. That's why it was such a bit on Full House. Like, this is the most Uncle Jesse thing he could have ever done, ever. As my angel of a friend Sarah said, Uncle Jesse, in parenthesis, derogatory. I get where the internet was like, what the fuck is this? Like, at the end of the day, being like, yeah, brother, I stand with you, and solidarity and all that shit. But, like, at the end of the day, I want to take off the bald cap and have my hair, though. Solidarity for now, but, like, text me later, probably. This photo of the two of them solely lives to remind me of this moment in Full House.
At least I still have my hair. Now I have your hair.
That was all I could think about. And, like, personally, I don't doubt their, like, closeness, their close friendship, especially after losing Bob Saget, and being friends for so long. Like, I get it, but, like, come on. Like, personally, if I was going through chemotherapy and a friend wanted to show solidarity by shaving their head, I would feel weird about that, personally. I'd be like, no. You can support me without, like, losing, excuse you. You can support me without doing something drastic, right? Like, you don't have to necessarily, like, also shave your head or whatever. Like, that's fine. If you're gonna only go, like, halfway with it, right? Like, if you're gonna do the performative solidarity, at least turn it into a joke. Preemptively. You know? Because otherwise it just kind of looks like you're a douchebag. But Dave Coulier made a post yesterday on Instagram. And he said, I'm sorry to see a bunch of negative comments as I've just begun my cancer journey. It's our friendship, me and John, and this is how we are handling a very tough time. I'm a comedian and humor is what drives me. John knows how to cheer me up and I laughed out loud when he arrived wearing a bald cap, being a true loving friend and brother. Now see, like, the context there matters. Like, he wasn't expecting it, and that's funny. Like, that's a joke, and it's funny. When you have People magazine trying to make it out like John was trying to show solidarity for his, like, best buddy, but he only wore a bald cap, he didn't actually shave his head, like, it skews your perception so much, and that's how the internet gets angry about things, okay? If there's one thing I learned in 2024, it's that People magazine is trash. I don't know, there's not really, like, a conclusion to this. I just thought it was really funny how mad the internet got at John Stamos, and, like, without any context, without context around something that was clearly supposed to be, like, silly, it really did look like he was just being kind of a piece of shit. But, like, knowing that that's the nature of their friendship, knowing that, like, he just showed up that way, it wasn't a plan, like, that is funny. And, like, I think the internet needs to calm down. Considering how high the temperature is, at least in this country, like, maybe bringing the temperature down a little bit on the internet. I mean, like, still, like, fuck Nazis and, like, Trump supporters and all that shit. But, like, although I guess they're almost synonymous at this point. Oh, I can feel all 30 of you leave. Oh, man, that really hurts my feelings. Anyway, I just think, like, just don't jump to being angry and, like, yelling, like, how performative it is or whatever. Because, like, I'm guilty of it, too. When I first saw it, I was like, what a dick. But knowing that it was a gag, and it was a gag that surprised the actual cancer patient in question, that's really sweet and funny. It tickles me. Okay, well, that's the end of my discussion about John Stamos, so I hope it was a sufficient one for you. All right, well, that's all for now. Thanks for stopping by. I hope we meet like this again, so I can kick you out. All right, subscribe. Bye. Make you laugh. don't need to explain it. It's been a minute since I filmed the video. I think I forgot how. I'm wearing white today, which is not a good idea. But I'm full of bad ideas. My leg itches.